I'm Yang Chan. I'm going to read to you the second chapter of Macbeth. Two Scottish generals rode slowly away from the battlefield, their heads lowered against the driving rain. One was Macbeth, the Thane of Glamis, the bravest soldier in King Duncan's army. He was tall, broad-shouldered, and had a warrior's face, broken-nosed and scarred from old fights. His companion and friend, Banquo, was younger and slimmer, with a mouth that was quick to smile, although he wasn't smiling now. Macbeth's dark eyes were distant as he recalled the details of the day's slaughter. A hard fight to protect an old feeble king, he thought. If I ruled Scotland... His mind drifted off into a familiar daydream. He saw himself seated on the throne, with the golden crown of Scotland circling his brow. Suddenly his horse reared and whinnied, its eyes rolling in terror. Macbeth struggled to control the horse, and at that moment a bolt of lightning turned the air violent. In the eerie light he saw three weird hags bearing the way, their wild hair and ragged robes streaming like tattered flags in the wind. Macbeth's hand flew to his sword, but Banquo hissed out an urgent warning. "No, my friend, I do not think swords can harm creatures like these." A small cold fear entered Macbeth's heart, and he snarled to conceal it. "What do you want?" he demanded of the witches. "Stand aside." Moving as one, the witches raised their arms and pointed crooked fingers at Macbeth. They spoke, and their voices grated like iron on stone. All hail Macbeth, Thane of Glamis. All hail Macbeth, Thane of Cawdor. All hail Macbeth, who shall be king. Macbeth gave a startled gasp. How had these withered crones come to read his secret thoughts? The witches turned their fingers to Banquo. "All hail Banquo," they chanted. "Your children shall be kings." And they vanished like a mist of breath on a mirror. "Were they ghosts?" Banquo whispered in amazement. "They were mad women," snorted Macbeth. "How can I be Thane of Cawdor? He is alive and well, and one of King Duncan's most trusted friends. And how could my children be kings if you took the throne?" The sound of hoofbeats made both men turn their heads. Out of the rain appeared a royal herald. He pulled his horse to a halt and lifted his hand in salute. "I bring great news," he announced. "The Thane of Cawdor has confessed to treason and has been executed. The king has given his title and lands to you, noble Macbeth. He has proclaimed you as his heir, after his sons Malcolm and Donabel. All hail Macbeth, Thane of Glamis and Cawdor." Macbeth's face turned deathly pale. So the witches told the truth, he thought. Only Duncan and his son stands between me and the crown. My wife must know of this. I will write to her tonight. Macbeth was so deep in thought that he didn't notice the troubled look on Banquo gave him. The witches had left a scent of evil in the air, and Banquo seemed to smell it clinging to his friend. And that's the second chapter of Macbeth. Bye.